Hey, I'm Barak. I like to make stuff. I like to talk about the creative process, like too much. I think I'm annoying my friends, but I want to show you the whole process of me making this thing. The good and the bad from the idea to the completion, because I want to help you make your own things. I think it's helpful to see someone's creative journey. Anyway, I had a weird idea. It was a painting that you could move and you could change the story and the tone of the entire painting. And I made this. It's basically an elevated version of something you'd find in a pop-up book. It's a painting with holes in it and a painted disc behind it so that you can rotate it. Come on. Don't make me look dumb. You can rotate it and then like new things appear in different parts. So I started this video with the mechanical parts kind of figured out, and I'm not mechanical or left-brained at all. So it was a struggle. I was excited to finally get to the part that I love, which was like the art part of it, except I was wrong. I had not figured the engineering part. I had not figured the engineering out. I had no idea where to put the holes in this thing, what part of the painting would change. So I was trying to have 5 different windows here and then lay them all out in such a way that every time you move the disc underneath them, it would reveal something new. And I was trying to wing it.
So I'm already screwed here. So far, every single spot is used.
So I had a problem, something I couldn't see past or figure out.
So I'll need to make this shit's confusing.
Every creative person I know quits on almost everything. We get a lot of ideas and then something comes along that makes us stop doing it. People who create, man, we're all the same. We lose our enthusiasm, our focus. We become discouraged. We're depressed. It sucks. Everybody who makes things go through this. And I honestly would have quit this stupid project had I not been like publicly making a video series and posting about it online a lot. If there's something creative you've given up on, it might be because there's some step of it just ahead that you have no idea how to pull it off.
It's the worst case scenario. I have to think ahead. I hate that. I just want to always wing it.
Maybe you don't know the skills or the technique or the materials. Maybe you don't know how you can afford it, have space for it. You don't have the tools. You can't figure out where to cut the holes in a painting that's all about holes, and it messes with your emotions, and you get frustrated and you get mad at yourself.
There's a very easy way to do this, but I want 4 different steps with 2 different elements each, which is a lot to ask, I think, of a circle.
And you're embarrassed you didn't do a good job. I finished this morning and I got depressed the rest of the day. What did that have to do with what I was talking about? You might not even know that it's happening. You falling out of love with your project. I mean, it's a quiet conversation that happens in your subconscious that you are not invited to. All you'll understand is that you suddenly have a feeling like you don't want to work on this project anymore, even though you were just excited about it or something you have to get done for money. I'll work on that later. I will do this better later. Later, Barak will do it. I should probably look at Twitter and Instagram over and over and over for another 4 hours. But then I had a realization.
I think having these 4 positions plus the sky isn't going to work. I'm not smart enough for that. The action here at the base of the tree will change. And then something in the sky will always change. I think this is the solution.
It was that I needed to simplify it, adapt it to my abilities and my limitation. If you're stuck on something you're making, give yourself the freedom to adapt. You don't have to stick to the original scope of what you were doing. I mean, maybe simplify it. If you're drawing, maybe don't shade it. If you're writing, you can just make it like a nice little morality tale. If you're woodworking, maybe use the cheap pallet wood instead of oak. I don't know, but cut yourself a break.
This is it. This is the new shape. So I just made a shape that would be less intrusive and as big as it could be. And then a space here.
Or maybe you're not into the project because of the other reason. Like you've lost interest in it because you're making it way too easy on yourself. And it is boring to you. It is uninspiring. Maybe you need to challenge yourself by making it more elaborate. So do shade your drawing. Make your plot more elaborate. Give it a twist. Use the nice wood. Maybe you'll get inspired again. You know, it'll inspire some competitive instinct within yourself. I don't know.
I did it. I figured this out. See, that works. Perfect.
So I got rid of 3 of the holes and I simplified it to these 2. And all of a sudden I knew I could make it work. It was simple enough for my stupid brain to grasp. And then I got to the part that I was waiting to do the whole time. So I had a breakthrough with painting. I've always thought I was an okay painter, not an amazing painter. I don't know like color and technique and so much. So I don't really paint because I don't like it, so I avoid it. But I heard the other day an offhand comment by a painter on YouTube somewhere that said you can mute colors by using their opposite color in the color wheel. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? I've always used black or brown to mute like really vibrant colors. And she was saying put purple with yellow and green with red. And so I tried it and oh my God, it worked.
I just walked away for a while and I came back and I'm really happy with it.
I've never been able to paint green leaves that look like they're shaded, but then still have the light of a golden summer sun on it. And then it happened, just mixing it. I was using colors I'd never used before. It was cool, man. It was exciting and fulfilling to see myself grow. I always thought I'd be at the level I was at, which I'm not happy with. And then I found I could change. And it taught me the idea, if you're stuck, maybe it's because you've never learned a skill your project requires. There's something ahead, you don't know how to do it. It's so frustrating to have energy and excitement for a project, but not be able to make any progress on it. So take that energy and learn the skill or technique that you need to learn. Watching a YouTube tutorial and talking to someone at Home Depot absolutely counts as art. And it has the benefit of also being procrastination, which is what my brain always wants to do. So it's a win-win.
So now thinking about what to put here, I had some ideas.
The whole time I was making this, I was wondering what the hell I was gonna put in these windows. I sketched out so many things. I had a lot of pressure on this because this is my creation and I wanted it to be a perfect example to show off what it could potentially be. So then I thought, like, what if there was a magic crystal that was dictating the moods of the like 3 little creatures below? I figured out what 3 of the 4 settings were. Like I thought of a war one where one little dude is attacking the other and one's already dead. Like a play one where they're just chilling and then one's chasing a butterfly and one's reading. The symbol is like a sun coming over a horizon. And then one that was like them coming together in some kind of like worshipful, magical kind of moment where all this stuff's glowing around them. The symbol is like an eye looking up to God. But I did not know what to do for the 4th one. So I asked my buddy H if he had any ideas, and he was like, what about growth? And I'm like, yeah, that's good. So I'm making the little creatures growing out of the tree itself. Yeah, don't be afraid to ask for ideas. My final thoughts on it. So this took me probably 5 or 6 days to make, long days, but now that it's done and I understand what's required, I bet I could do a pretty cool version of this in maybe 4 hours. It wouldn't be an elaborate painting. I think there's a lot of potential with this idea. I think there's a lot of stories and feelings that could get portrayed by this. Like what if this was sky and up here were astrology symbols, and down here these people were acting like in accordance with the astrological signs. It could be a couple and this one's mad face, happy face, and then it swamps, and then they're both mad, and then they're both happy, and then that could just be like what the couple has up on their wall for everybody to know the mental mood of this couple. That's not a bad idea. If you have an idea of a cool way to make this, make it. Man, I cannot wait to see what you do with it. Please send me a picture at my Twitter and Instagram at Barak Hardley. Make it yours. This technology belongs to the world. I didn't end up using the record. It's just the canvas because it was just too thick. I needed to go thin. Also, the back side of this is janky as hell. I just slapped it together for this. It needs some love. Will I ever give it this love? I don't know. It's going in my closet because I already want to do the next project. I want to have a 4-foot by 8-foot white erase board. I don't want a 4-foot by 8-foot dry erase board on my wall. So I'm gonna try to make it to fold up and then cover it with some kind of artsy cover. Just trust me on this. I hope this was interesting to you. I just think like it's helpful to see someone else go through their creative process. Sometimes it's just nice seeing someone else go through it. If you like this, hit that like button, smash it, subscribe if it's your first time here. Look, I'm committed to making these new videos every week for a year. And God, it'd be nice to know if you enjoyed them, so leave a comment, or if you have ideas, leave it in the comments. Yeah, keep making stuff and don't give up on the creative process. Push through whatever kind of bullshit excuse you've been telling yourself and make something cool. That's it. See ya.